Good morning. As always, it is bright and early, and I have not done a video diary from this particular spot in quite some time. But it feels good to be back here, man. Sun on my face, and this is where I started. This is where I started talking to myself and trying to make sense of the mess inside of my head. What was that, like a year ago, or not quite a year yet? But it's almost been a year since I've been talking to myself. Anyway, let me get to the point of this morning's video diary. Baby Driver. It's a movie. If you haven't seen it, you probably shouldn't. So, any spoilers that I'm going to talk about, who gives a shit? First of all, let me start by saying, there's formulas, man. Like, what makes a good movie? Why does Die Hard work so well? Why does Save It Private work so well? The Matrix. There's just Legends of the Fall. Um, there's reasons why movies work well and why they don't. And Baby Driver is a great example of why some movies don't work for me. And the only reason that I'm really dedicating any time to this is because I told a few people, yeah, I got Baby Driver on the way. Gonna listen to, gonna watch Baby Driver and demo it on a system, see how it sounds, and everything. And everybody I spoke to about that movie was like, man, that's a good movie, man. You're gonna like it. It's awesome. Well, then I watched it. Now, at the beginning of the movie, I'm like, all right, this is cool, man. Let's go, Baby Driver. But 30 minutes into the movie, I'm like, all right, this is super redundant. One, two, I was just starting to spot all kinds of holes. So let's get to that then. Why is Baby Driver not a good movie? This will be in no particular order, but the things as I can recall, let's just start with the music. Man, that first, opening sequence when they do a scene, he's driving, there's music, and it just sets you up for this, what you think is going to be an awesome ride. And it's great. But the movie starts to fizzle out quickly after that opening scene. I mean, it's very redundant. It's the same thing over and over. And the look, I don't remember where they filmed it. I'm sure they said it a bunch of times in the movie, but the southern accents in that movie were terrible. That's not. I can't believe nobody said that to me that I talked to, but the accents were terrible. As far as the music's concerned, I'm not bothered that it wasn't modern music. There was a little bit of modern stuff thrown in there, but for the most part, I think we're dealing with like 60s, a lot of Motown stuff, 60s, 70s. Might even been some stuff in the 50s in there. I'm not even sure, but as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, lots of great music, um, but way too much of it. If I want to watch, I don't know, a concert on DVD or Blu-ray or something, I'll just go watch the Eagles or The Wall. But when I sit down to watch a movie, I don't want to listen to music for 2 hours. Um, so music was good, but way too much of it. Um, the best car scene in the movie, the best car chase was pretty much the first one. The southern accents are terrible. The best character they had in the movie was Leroy. That the best guy in the movie was Jamie Foxx, and his character was so intelligent and could figure everything out and everyone just by spending some time with him. Yet every time he walked into a place to, I don't know, get some gas, get something to eat. He shot and killed people. So this guy that's so smart, he has managed to evade the law for, I don't know, however many years this character has been pulling that dumb shit, just walking into places and killing people every time he leaves. I just don't. That's just not very believable. So the smartest character in the movie is the dumbest. What else, man? I mean, it was just honestly, there was a lot. It's a lot to unpack. Unpack. But honestly, I'm just rambling at this point. I think I should just really express my displeasure for the movie Baby Driver. It didn't work for me. It was a waste of time. It had some cool stuff in it. Oh yeah, here's another thing. Like Homeboy and his girlfriend are being chased by an entire city of police, and this guy, he's dead to rights. Oh, here we go. He pops up in the next scene. Like it's just, I mean, it was a little much. So I guess this script had a lot of problems. The character development, there was no character development. There was no character arc. It was just like, here's what you get. Hope you enjoy it. And we're just going to run around for 2 hours doing a bunch of tomfoolery. And none of it really makes that much sense. I mean, listen, I guess if you're looking to just escape and get away and waste 2 hours, Baby Driver's your movie. I will not be recommending Baby Driver to people. So, for those of you that told me, oh yeah, let me get to one more thing. Technical aspect of the movie. Baby Driver um, is supposed to have a true 7.1 Dolby Atmos mix, and it was terrible. I maybe heard the height effects, the height channels, the front presence channels. Those are the only ones I have. I might have heard them kick in 2 times the entire movie. Now, 7.1 doesn't exactly mean that you're dealing with height speakers. 7.1 can be surround speakers as well as surround back. So, even though it's a Dolby 7.1 Atmos mix, doesn't mean that you're going to be getting anything from overhead height channels. Little disappointing. But I had heard and read on the interwebs that the Atmos mix was one of the best out there. And I didn't find that to be true at all. Um, you know, like obviously a movie like Godzilla, the King of Monsters, the height channels are just working overtime. So it's cool. But anyway, I just had to get that out there about Baby Driver, man. Like the interwebs was a buzz about the video and audio quality of the movie and the fact that it was a good movie. So 2 out of 3, I think the interwebs got wrong. Like the audio quality, as far as the Atmos mixing, wasn't up to my liking. No real overhead height effects. And all of the my personal friends that I spoke to that gave the movie glowing reviews, um, I don't know, like stop drinking, get off drugs. So that's it, man. I'm done rambling. Way too much time on that. But more importantly for me, I love being back out here in this in the original spot here on the back stoop, and I'm really glad I got that off my chest. So I'm just gonna leave Baby Driver alone now. Won't hear me bring it up again. But this makes me want to talk about more movies that I really love and really appreciate. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Anyway, as always, thank you for listening. Be good, be safe. Boom, boom. I'm not getting good at hitting this button anymore. Boom.